apologies in advance for what will happen in level 23. Oh, and to a lesser extent, level 22. As I got careless and deleted the wrong raw footage. Not that noticeable here. As all I needed to do is re-record this bit. Well, up to the bits shown at the start. Yes, I remember making a mistake. And remembering that I needed a tiny modification to make this work. And that modification being... turning the light on. As you can see, the plants are already watered. Yeah, I had to redo this. Thankfully I have some idea of what to do. Make sure the portal ends up there. As for how to get to the exits, well, that's a little more complicated. Especially as I appear to need to switch the track. In order to get there. Yes, there appears to be only two possible locations where you can possibly use that. How to get there? Oh yes, shift the centre of gravity to here. And now I can turn the lights off. Not sure about that. I'll leave it like that for now. I can see a problem here. And I can see a solution. Go through the other portal and drop down there. Well, if I could remember that, all the other ways, well, they wouldn't work, would they? I need to use that switch in order to Well, you'll find out. Yeah, I know you hate cliffhangers, but I wouldn't call it a cliffhanger. Mostly because it's not near the end, is it? Yeah. That's another plan that needed a tiny modification. Set everything up. And then drop down. There. Yeah, it works better if the portal is not directed at the void that's all around us. Because below, when the center of gravity shifts, is relative. Aggressive tactics being used in business. As in where reason fails. Resort to more aggressive methods. Yeah, that's the problem with psychopaths. They don't play nice with others. And business, that attracts a bottom. See what I mean? It's much better now. Yeah. I think I know what I need to do here. It involves entering the exit in a way that's not quite how I do it in the previous times. Yeah, this could be a problem. Because I can see one way of getting to the exits. And it involves dropping down into it rather than walking through. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? I mean, well, it's not that crazy. Some of what was in E3 2018, that was crazy. I mean, Rage 2. And Andrew WK playing Get Ready to Die. That was crazy. That seems to be a problem with this world, isn't it? A lot of people are so afraid of negative feedback that they play it safe. Make it not very interesting, not very innovative. Basically about as bland as Britain. Yeah, I said it. I think I'm supposed to walk along here and have the exit sideways, but this works as well. Not how I was supposed to solve that one, but I'll take it. So I have to solve this one. Not initially clear. Although that portal, not that useful right now. You know, if some people had their way, criticism of any kind would be illegal. And I'm not just talking about certain people who overreact at even slight amounts of this. I'm talking about people who can't take any of it. And yeah, it was in the wrong position. I'm talking about the kind of people who react to that with insults, harsh language, and even threats. As for those who deal mainly in threats, don't make them unless you intend to carry it out. Because if you make them and you lack the capability to carry it out, let's just say you look a fool. Simple as that. And when I mean fool, I mean the kind that doesn't make people laugh. Because the jokes that you make will be so terrible. There's some romantic comedies that would be more amusing. That's saying a lot. And I don't need that yet. Although I do need the lights on in order to use that switch. Which I suspect is needed. part of the solution is figured out, just in the wrong order. Yeah, the case isn't clear. There's no fall damage. And I need to use that switch in order to... I think I know what that switch on the lone island, as it is now, is for. And I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Yeah, as you can see, I need to get over there in order to, well, use that switch. No, that's not going to help me. Oh yes, and as for delaying things like movies and game releases, that can be understandable, especially if it increases the chances of a game being released with minimal bugs, or even other things that go wrong. I mean, take Bioshock Infinite. That was released 3 times. And that was well worth the wait. And it even tied into the other 2 games. Well, the first game anyway. As for 1999 and 1998 modes, yeah, that was something scaled down as. I actually found them easier than the games that they were supposed to be based on. For example, 1999 mode, a reference to System Shock 2, where you had to plan well in advance with character developments. In my case, I went down the side path and was aiming for a Jedi type character. Oh yes, as for 1998 mode, that's a reference to Thief. Basically the game which more or less created the first-person stealth game, where the objective is to generally steal everything of value from a place and leave. In higher difficulties, that involves using no-lethal methods of doing so. And you might have heard some birds outside, so in that case, my apologies. Yeah, with that sort of game, you really need to think about what you do. The timing of you go into a room. Also in the second game, there are missions where you can't even knock them out. Yeah, I think the closest to that I've found in more recent games is Alien Isolation, and that's survival horror. In fact, it's something faithful to the source material. Well, certainly compared to a certain first-person shooter set in the Aliens universe. That wasn't as good, was it? In fact, it promised much, but delivered a lot less. Then again, with psychopaths, they're the kind who lie and cheat. Just to take the last confectionery item. Never mind anything more. It's what we do. And they're not inhibited by morality. Which is why you should never trust them. Because a promise has no value if they're unwilling to deliver on it. I mean, they're doing it over and over again. So they're doing it on purpose, aren't they? Where instead of proving people wrong, they condemn them for being completely intolerant. And by intolerance, they mean intolerance of their conscious mistakes. Although mistakes, that might be debatable, considering it might be intended to be that way. Which doesn't make it any more disgusting. Yeah. We're talking about a society... well, not really a society. I mean, an industry where the customer is never right. Do they really expect us to be intolerant of that? Their arrogance must have no bounds if they believe that we'll just accept anything that they throw at us. Like a certain boss in Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Yeah, that one. And no, I'm not thinking of playing that one, because it sounds like it's parry heavy. And we know how I am with parry, don't we? I suck at it. How I did that with Sewer and Dark Souls 2, I don't know. But it was necessary to get to the ballista. That caused quite a bit of damage and minimized it for myself. Or more specifically, Custos of Lindels, my cleric. Who is a religious nutjob. As for Tenebrarum of Vinheim, he's just a nutjob. In fact, he's so nutty. You can see those watching. And probably annoyed some of you watching as well. Well, if you haven't seen that one, it's Dark Souls 3. He is a sorcerer. And grows more magic heavy over time. Oh yes, where was I? Oh yes. I was getting to a position where I could walk along here in order to access that. And it might help to be in the right position to do so. Well, you must be quite tolerant. For a start, you've been listening to me.